When you think of a tough, fearless animal, what comes to mind? For many, it's the legendary honey badger of Africa and Asia. This creature is famous for its grit, its never-back-down attitude, and its incredible survival skills. But did you know there's another animal, thousands of miles away in the Americas, that shares this reputation? Meet the Tayra, a sleek and powerful member of the weasel family often called the honey badger of South America. This nickname isn't just for show, it's a title earned through its incredible tenacity, intelligence, and a diet that includes just about anything it can get its paws on. The comparison helps us understand just how amazing these animals truly are. The reason people make this connection is all about attitude. Honey badgers are known for confronting lions, shrugging off snake bites, and tearing into beehives without a second thought. Tayras exhibit a similar brand of boldness. They are curious, incredibly active, and have a reputation for being completely fearless when hunting or defending themselves. Locals in Central and South America have countless stories of Tayras raiding chicken coops, chasing animals much larger than themselves, and using their sharp minds to solve problems, like how to get into a fruit tree. This shared spirit of relentless determination is what links these two very different, yet very similar mustelids across continents. While the honey badger has become a global internet star, the Tayra remains one of the best-kept secrets of the neotropics. It's an animal that perfectly embodies the wild, untamed spirit of the rainforest it calls home. They are solitary hunters, much like their African counterparts, relying on their own strength and wits to thrive. This comparison isn't meant to diminish the Tayra's uniqueness, but to give it a frame of reference that people can immediately grasp. When you hear South America's honey badger, you instantly imagine a creature that is clever, tough, and not to be underestimated. It's a perfect introduction to an animal that truly deserves its own spotlight. Understanding this nickname is the first step to appreciating the Tayra for what it is. It's not just a copycat, it's a parallel example of how nature can produce animals with similar survival strategies in completely different parts of the world. Both animals fill a niche as adaptable, generalist predators that can make a living almost anywhere. They are survivors, thriving in a world full of challenges. The Tayra's story is one of resilience and adaptability, a narrative it proudly shares with its famous distant cousin. So let's get to know this incredible creature on its own terms and discover what makes it a true champion of the Americas. At first glance, a Tayra might look like a mix between a very large weasel and a small bear. They have a long, slender body, which is a classic trait of the mustelid family, allowing them to be incredibly agile and quick. An adult Tayra can stretch up to 2 feet long, not including its bushy tail, which adds another 1.5 feet. This tail is not just for show, it acts as a fantastic counterbalance, helping the Tayra maintain its balance as it leaps and climbs through the treetops with breathtaking speed. Their coat is typically a uniform dark brown or black, which provides excellent camouflage in the shaded understory of the forest. This sleek, dark appearance makes them look like living shadows as they move. One of the most striking features of a Tayra is the patch of lighter-colored fur on its throat and chest. This patch can range from yellowish to orange and is unique to each individual, much like a human fingerprint. Scientists believe these markings might help Tayras recognize each other. They also have relatively short legs, but don't let that fool you. Those legs are incredibly powerful and tipped with long, sharp claws. These claws are not retractable like a cat's, meaning they are always ready for action. They are perfect tools for climbing trees, digging into insect nests, or holding on to struggling prey. It's this combination of agility and power that makes them such effective hunters. Now, how does this compare to the famous honey badger? While they share a fearless attitude, they look quite different. The honey badger is built low to the ground, with a stocky, muscular body that looks like a small tank. It has a very distinct black and white coat, with a broad white or gray stripe running from its head all the way down its back. This bold coloring is a form of aposematism, a warning to other animals that says, "I'm tough, don't mess with me." Tayras, on the other hand, are built for speed and climbing. They are much more slender and arboreal or tree-dwelling than the ground-loving honey badger. The differences don't stop there. A Tayra's head is sleek and weasel-like, with small rounded ears and sharp, intelligent eyes. Their teeth are designed for an omnivorous diet, capable of shearing meat and crushing fruits and nuts. The honey badger, in contrast, has an incredibly thick, loose hide that protects it from bee stings and bites, and its skull is remarkably thick. While the Tayra is a formidable animal, the honey badger is a fortress on 4 legs. The Tayra is the agile ninja of the forest canopy, while the honey badger is the armored brawler of the savanna. Both are masters of survival, but they achieve it with different toolkits. Tayras have an impressive range, calling a huge swath of the Americas home. You can find them from southern Mexico all the way through Central America, and down into much of South America, as far south as northern Argentina. This vast territory means they are incredibly adaptable, capable of living in a wide variety of environments. Their ideal home is the tropical or subtropical forest, where the dense canopy provides them with a 3-dimensional world to explore. Here, they can hunt in the trees on the ground and find plenty of hollow logs or burrows to rest in. These forests offer everything a Tayra needs: food, water, and shelter from larger predators like jaguars and eagles. What makes the Tayra such a successful species is its ability to live in more than just pristine rainforests. They are often found in secondary forests, which are areas that are regrowing after being cleared. They can also thrive in gallery forests that line rivers, and even in agricultural areas like plantations and farmland. This is where their story gets really interesting. While many wild animals retreat as humans expand, Tayras have learned to coexist and sometimes even benefit from human presence. They are frequently spotted on coffee, banana, and cacao plantations, where they find an abundant supply of ripe fruit and the rodents that are attracted to these crops. This adaptability is a key survival trait. In a world where natural habitats are shrinking, animals that can adjust to human-altered landscapes have a much better chance of survival. The Tayra's flexible diet and willingness to explore new territories give it a major advantage. However, this proximity to people can also lead to conflict. Tayras have a notorious reputation among farmers for raiding chicken coops, earning them the local name Cabeza de Viejo, old man's head, in some regions due to their wrinkled facial appearance. This can unfortunately lead to them being hunted as pests, creating a challenging dynamic between humans and these clever creatures. The honey badger shares this incredible adaptability. It can be found in a huge range of habitats across Africa and Asia, from dry deserts and savannas to dense forests. Like the Tayra, it's not picky about where it lives, as long as there's food and a place to dig a burrow. Both animals demonstrate that to be a true survivor, you can't be a specialist. You have to be a generalist, ready to make a home wherever you can find an opportunity. For the Tayra, that means being just as comfortable in a wild, untouched jungle as it is on the edge of a bustling human settlement. A Tayra's day is one of constant motion. These animals are primarily diurnal, meaning they are most active during the day, though they sometimes have bursts of activity at night, especially in areas with a lot of human traffic. They don't stay in one place for long. Instead, they travel great distances, sometimes covering several miles in a single day in their search for food. Their movement is honestly a sight to behold. On the ground they move with a bounding, graceful gait, but it's in the trees where they truly shine. They are exceptional climbers, able to scale vertical trunks with ease and leap from branch to branch with incredible agility. This arboreal lifestyle allows them to access food sources that are out of reach for many other predators. Their intelligence is a key part of their behavioral toolkit. Tayras are known to be very curious and are excellent problem solvers. This is most evident in their foraging strategies. For example, they have been observed using their cleverness to get to difficult-to-reach fruits. One documented technique involves a Tayra climbing a tree and gnawing on the stalks of unripe green plantains, causing them to fall to the ground. The Tayra then waits for the plantains to ripen on the forest floor before returning to eat them, a remarkable display of planning. This level of intelligence is what allows them to thrive in so many different environments and outwit both prey and potential competitors. Unlike many other mustelids that are strictly solitary, Tayras are sometimes seen in pairs or small family groups. These are usually a mother with her offspring or a mated pair traveling together. This social flexibility adds another layer to their complex behavior. They communicate through a variety of calls, including clicks, snorts, and high-pitched shrieks, especially when they feel threatened. When moving through their territory, they often use their keen sense of smell to follow scent trails left by other animals or to locate ripe fruit. Their restless energy and sharp senses keep them constantly aware of their surroundings, ready to pounce on an opportunity or flee from danger at a moment's notice. Honey badgers, in comparison, are much more terrestrial. While they can climb, they are masters of the ground. They are famous for their digging ability, using their powerful front claws to excavate burrows and unearth prey like rodents, reptiles, and insect larvae. They are also notoriously relentless hunters, known to trot for miles without stopping. While both animals are intelligent, the honey badger's intelligence is often showcased in its sheer brute force problem-solving, like breaking into heavily fortified structures. The Tayra, with its acrobatic grace and clever foraging tricks, displays a different, more nimble kind of genius. When it comes to food, the Tayra's philosophy is simple. If it's edible, it's on the menu. They are true omnivores, with a diet that changes depending on the season and what's available. A significant portion of their diet is made up of fruit. They love sweet, ripe fruits like figs, bananas, and papayas, and they play an important role as seed dispersers in the forest. By eating the fruit and depositing the seeds elsewhere in their droppings, they help new trees and plants grow, making them vital to the health of their ecosystem. But they are far from being just fruit eaters. They are also skilled and determined hunters, with a taste for meat. Their prey list is impressively long and varied. Tayras are known to hunt small mammals like spiny rats, agoutis, squirrels, and even monkeys. They use their speed and agility to chase down prey both on the ground and in the trees. They also eat birds, lizards, and large insects. One of their most interesting food sources is honey, much like their famous African counterparts. Tayras will raid the nests of stingless bees, using their sharp claws to tear open the nests and lap up the sweet honey and nutritious larvae inside. This behavior is one of the strongest parallels to the honey badger and a clear example of their shared taste for high-energy treats. The honey badger is also an ultimate opportunist, but with a stronger leaning towards carnivory. Its diet is incredibly broad, including everything from insects and scorpions to venomous snakes like cobras and puff adders. They are famously resistant to snake venom, which allows them to tackle prey that would be deadly for most other animals. Their powerful jaws and claws are perfect for crushing turtle shells and digging rodents out of their burrows, and of course they are named for their love of honey. They will fearlessly attack beehives using their thick skin to protect them from the stings and feast on the honey and bee larvae, which are rich in protein. Comparing their dining habits shows two masters of adaptation at work. The Tayra's diet seems to be more heavily reliant on fruits, making it a crucial part of the forest's regeneration cycle. The honey badger, while it will eat some plant matter, is a more committed carnivore, a fearless predator of some of the most dangerous small animals in its environment. Both animals have a sweet tooth, and their willingness to raid bee nests highlights their intelligence and fearlessness. They both understand that to survive, you can't be a picky eater. You have to take every opportunity that comes your way, whether it's hanging from a branch or buzzing in a hive. The family life of a Tayra is still somewhat mysterious to scientists, but we know some key details. Tayras can breed year-round, and after a gestation period of about 2 months, the female will give birth to a small litter, usually of 1 to 3 pups. She prepares a den in a safe, secluded spot such as a hollow log, a rock crevice, or a burrow abandoned by another animal like an armadillo. The newborn pups are altricial, meaning they are born blind, helpless, and completely dependent on their mother for warmth, protection, and milk. They are covered in a coat of black fur, but their signature throat patch is not yet visible. The mother Tayra is a dedicated parent. For the first few months, she rarely leaves the den, focusing all her energy on nursing and protecting her vulnerable young. The father's role in raising the pups is not well understood, as Tayras are often solitary. It's likely that the female does most, if not all, of the work. As the pups grow, their eyes open, and they begin to explore the world immediately around their den. Their mother will start bringing them solid food and teaching them the essential skills they'll need to survive, how to climb, how to hunt, and what is safe to eat. This learning period is crucial for their development into independent, capable predators. Honey badger parenting has some similarities. The female also gives birth to a small litter of 1 or 2 cubs in a burrow she digs herself. The cubs are also born helpless and require intensive maternal care. A key difference is the length of this dependency. Young honey badgers may stay with their mother for over a year, learning the complex skills needed to hunt dangerous prey and defend themselves. This extended training period ensures they are fully equipped for their tough, solitary life. Tayra pups, in contrast, seem to become independent a bit more quickly, ready to face the world on their own after just a few months. Today, both of these incredible species face threats from the human world. The Tayra is currently listed as a species of least concern by the IUCN, but its populations are declining in some areas due to habitat loss from deforestation and conflict with humans over livestock. The honey badger faces similar challenges from habitat destruction and persecution by farmers and beekeepers. Protecting these animals means protecting their homes and finding ways to coexist peacefully. Understanding and celebrating the Tayra as South America's own fearless survivor is the first step. It is a unique and vital part of its ecosystem, a true neotropical ninja that deserves our respect and protection.